Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports. Loretto Mustangs. Summertown Eagles. Lawrence County Wildcats. This is the X Sports Network.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name-brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County, providing banking for every stage of life since 1934. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street next to the courthouse.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an Amar Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464. The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Whether you're shopping in Lawrenceburg, Loretto, Summertown, or Mount Pleasant, Teagan's Food Stores has you covered with the best quality food at the best prices. From Cash Saver to Superama and CB Foods, stop by your neighborhood Teagan's Food Store today.
Oliver Wellness and Massage, located in Pulaski, Tennessee, is your premier spa for massage therapy, salt therapy, IV therapy, tanning, and much more. Stay relaxed, look your best, and feel good at Oliver Wellness, located at 1187 West College Street, Pulaski, Tennessee, or contact Haley at 931-309-0462 or schedule your appointment online at 931massage.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Back here at Loretto, we had a thriller in the first game between the Lady Mustangs and the Lady Eagles, and now it's the boys' turn. Summertown and Loretto will square off for the first time of what many to believe to be many this season. AJ Good joined alongside once again by Cam Mashburn and Michael Marks here. Taking a look at both sides. Summertown coming in at 16-4 overall. Their head coach is Wes Long. Loretto 11-5 overall. Their head coach is Greg Tips. These two met up 3 times last year. Loretto won 2 out of those 3 games. And guys, this should be fun. 2 good, 2 athletic, 2 teams with a lot of good scores. We had a good one in the first one. We definitely going to have a good one here in the second.
It's got all the ingredients, right? You got first district game, first matchup of the season. You're out of school on Monday, and there's snow in the forecast.
Yeah.
So this is the type of game when I was a kid. Oh, I got up for it.
Yeah.
I ain't got to go to school Monday. I may not have to go the rest of the week. If it snows,
yeah.
If it gets to 9 inches that some people are saying,
yeah.
Which, by the way, we need to have a conversation about that because I'm now a bachelor and I don't have any groceries. I got to defend myself for this.
Cam's going to be eating bread sandwiches.
11.
Yeah, I found that out the other night.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we did. I did.
Yeah,
you do not. No, this is not basketball. But you do not want to go to Walmart at 11 o'clock at night. No. That's not your crowd, man.
But listen, we got 2 different teams with 2 different mindsets. Loretto's 3-3 in their last 6. They're kind of hungry to get back on track. Summertown's won 8 of their last 9. They're just getting in a groove. But again, Loretto's coming off a win. Summertown's coming off a loss. I mean, it's going to be a good one.
You got Summertown. It's a team that loves to play up tempo. They don't have a problem shooting the ball. Everybody on the floor can shoot the ball. Loretto, different in a ways, but they've been pressing this season. Mason Tidwell, Kason Bowie can make it from anywhere on the court. Clint Seymour, 33 points the other night. This is a team. These teams, though they might seem different in a ways, but they're also similar in a lot of ways as well.
Well, Loretto has not played up to their standards the last 2 games. I know they got a win here the other night against Moore County, but that was not a pretty game.
No, but you ask either coaching staff after Tuesday night, neither of them were even the slightest bit pleased with how they played. I think Coach Rutledge is pleased that they got the win against Summertown, and I think Coach Tips will be happy if they come out of here with a win too. That Tuesday game was kind of just set up as a trap.
Stars for either side. You got both Burleson's Kurt and Grayson going to do a lot of scoring for Summertown tonight. On the other side for Loretto, you look at a Kason Bowie, you look at a Mason Tidwell. Mason's still a bit banged up. He didn't participate in practice when I went a couple days ago. But Clint Seymour really emerging strong here for Loretto. You look at the other side for Summertown, you got a Jackson Bennett and a Leighton Sherman starting to emerge for them as well. Starting lineup for Summertown will be Leighton Sherman, Andrew Mabry, Kurt Burleson, Jackson Bennett, and Grayson Burleson. Starting lineup for Loretto will be Clint Seymour, Corbin Reynolds, Mason Tidwell, and Kason Bowie. So pretty much the same starting 5 since Kason Bowie's been back into the starting lineup here for Loretto. Summertown has had pretty much an established starting lineup since about the second week of the season. Get another packed gym here tonight. I don't think anyone left after the girls' game, not that we were expecting that.
Not one bit. I mean, if you came for the girls' game, you might as well stick around for the boys' game because it's going to be just as good. Hopefully better. I mean, it can't get much better than what we just had, but there's always room for improvement. And listen, for the Mustangs, they're still not at 100%. Mason, like you said, didn't participate in practice when you came and talked to him. He played Tuesday, not much. Tried to go last Friday at Lawrence County. You could tell there when he got to the second half, he was not really, able to go at even 50%. So we'll see how big of an impact he can make tonight.
Burleson versus Bowie here to tip it off. And Andrew Mabry going to track it down to start off the game. Hands over to Jackson Bennett, now over to Grayson Burleson. Now to Mabry, he's open for three. He hits it, and Summertown off to a 3-0 lead. Jackson Robertson brings it the other way for Loretto. Now over to Corbin Reynolds. He'll
Good
drive.
move.
Gets two guys in the air, goes off the glass and in, and they've cut the lead to 1.
Yeah, the way Corbin can probe a defense, I mean, it just makes him hard to guard in the paint.
Mabry drives. Hands over to Kurt Burleson and loses that one out of bounds, and will go to Loretto for the first turnover of the game. The Summertown team loves to play fast. Don't waste any time getting a shot up.
Loretto can run and gun, but they're more of a controlled tempo type of team.
Corbin Reynolds sends it over to Jackson Robertson in the corner. Robertson now to Tidwell. Now to Reynolds in the corner. Corbin into the paint, spins, feeds to Tidwell in the low block. Shot up and in, and they've taken a 4-3 lead.
If you're going to let the Mustangs get to the paint, they're going to score every time.
Grayson Burleson pulls up for three. Off the back iron, no. And Kurt Burleson's going to get called here for the over and back. It's his first, team's first.
Got a little overzealous trying to go for that rebound. Mason had good position on him.
Well,
Mabry almost came away with the steal.
One thing Coach Tips was the maddest about after the game against Moore County, and you probably noticed it watching from up here, Cam, nobody boxed out. So that is definitely something they focused on in practice coming into this game, and that drew a foul on it was a big Summertown piece of their offense right there early.
We were sitting in my living room last night teaching my 8-year-old how to box out the proper way.
Jackson Robertson shot up, no. And coming up with the rebounds, Clint Seymour. Now to Reynolds inside the Bowie. Bowie in the paint. Spins, turnaround jumper, no. And a rebound by Leighton Sherman. Sherman will bring it up the court, crosses over, struggling with the ball, but gets over to Mabry in the corner.
He did a good job of keeping that ball going without double dribbling.
Sherman with it, now over to Grayson Burleson near the Loretto logo. Guarded by Clint Seymour. Dribbles to his right, hands over to Jackson Bennett. Bennett drives, layup up and in.
That's one where Cason's got to be aware. He's got help on the backside. He can come out and pressure that.
5-4 the Summertown lead. 2 minutes into the game. Reynolds over to Robertson. Gets a screen. Robertson in the paint. Runner up in, and he's fouled.
He needed that big time.
He struggled the last couple games.
Yeah, but he's been off and on the past couple games. He's at the point where he kind of just needs to see a shot go in, and one like that early in a rivalry game, that'll definitely get the blood flowing.
That's on Kurt Burleson. That's his second.
I was just about to mention, the matchup I'm intrigued to watching is, Mason Tidwell guarding Kurt Burleson, and we're probably about to see both of them check out. And Mason just sat down for Jaden Aaron. And
Robertson for the M1 knocks it down. He's got 3. And now checking into the game will be Graham Howe coming in for Kurt Burleson. Interesting to see if head coach Wes Long keeps him on the bench for the rest of the half. 5:45 remaining in the first. Grayson Burleson the other way. He'll drive, spins. Tough shot up, no. And a rebound by Clint Seymour. Now ahead to Robertson. The Reynolds on the low block. Runner up and in.
Tell you what, when Corbin is wanting the basketball to score, that's benefit.
Loretto hasn't taken a shot within 2 feet of the basket.
Howe over to Mabry in the corner. 9-5 is the Loretto lead. Hands over to Burleson. Grayson drives the baseline. Reverse layup, no. And a rebound by Kason Bowie. Seymour in transition, picks up his dribble over to Bowie. Now to Reynolds. And Loretto will set up the play. It's a screen from Bowie. They're playing really far off on Reynolds. Now over to Aaron, inside the Bowie. And 3-second call against Bowie. First turnover against Loretto.
Saw two of those tonight already. One of the girls game, and that's one of those that they get a lot of grace. Yeah. These guys, they get a lot.
So usually they'll count to 5 before they even think of blowing the whistle.
Absolutely.
Bennett with it now. Pulls up. Now over to Grayson Burleson. And Grayson will be fouled. That one's on the floor.
Hand check.
It's going to go on Seymour. That's his first. And the team's second. Or team's first, excuse me, is Tidwell will come in. And Jaden Aram will check out.
See how Quint can stay out of foul trouble guarding Grayson, because he's going to be glued to him all night, and it's going to be hard not to pick up a couple cheap ones like that.
And Grayson's so active. Now hands over to Bennett. Bennett kicks out here to Howell for 3. Rattles out, no. And a rebound by Jackson Robertson. Sends it ahead to Seymour. He picks up his dribble over to Reynolds at the top of the key. Mustangs will set up the play. Now over to Seymour. Back to Reynolds. Over to Tidwell. Back to Reynolds. Bullet pass here to Robertson. Reverse layup up and in.
Again, this offense is in no hurry to get a shot. They can get whatever they want because they've been shooting at everything inside the paint so far. If you just wait for it to develop, you're going to get whatever shot you want.
Burleson will pull up for 3. Front iron, no.
That's not what you need there.
And Reynolds here with the rebound. Corbin drives, kicks out to Seymour, and that one goes off.
Seymour, apparently.
Seymour. And we'll go over to Summertown. Hayden Buttram.
The thing when you got Case and Bowie in the game, they're going to double down on him. If you drop somebody else on that other block, they're going to be open. And that's exactly what Loretto's taking advantage of. And now that he's out of the game, let's see if that changes.
Bennett gets across the timeline. Now over to Sawyer Sherman for 3. He hits it.
I can promise you, do not want to leave him open.
No, you don't want to leave any of the Shermans open. Other way.
And one.
Called here is Clint Seymour going to take advantage of that.
I would have bet money we were supposed to get offensive foul.
Yeah, because he went in with the shoulder.
He did.
Seymour's first points at 33 the other night. Kason Springer checks in. Jackson Robertson will check out.
And it's good that Loretto can get these guys in and out so quick to keep them all fresh.
And one opportunity. Seymour knocks it down. And the lead is out to 6. 3:22 remaining in the first. Grayson Burleson will bring it up the court.
He's going to shoot.
Kicks out here to Bennett. He'll try a 3. Rattles out. And Wilkerson comes away with the rebound. Now ahead to Seymour. Sprints the other way. Slows down. Hands over to Wilkerson. Comes the pressure from Sawyer Sherman. Picks up his dribble. Now over to Seymour. Seymour lobs it in for Tidwell, knocked away, and going to be stolen by Jackson Bennett, and Buttram going to pick up the foul.
No, I think, is it going to be him?
Yeah.
Okay. It should be.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Where he was pointing,
Well, I get that wasn't the design of the play, but you had Case and Springer, and I think Hayden Buttram standing over there just by themselves on that last play.
First foul against Buttram, team second. 2:50 remaining here in the first. Mabry bring it up the court for Summertown. Gets it over to Sawyer Sherman. Sherman now to Howell, swings over to Bennett. Gets a screen from Howell. Now over to Grayson at the top of the key. Grayson will bring it back out. NBA range here. Pulls up for 3. Front iron, no. And Tidwell with the rebound. Rebounding wise, Loretto already at an 8-1 advantage. Bowie now over to Tidwell. Now to Reynolds as he'll set up the play. Reynolds will pull up for 3. Back iron, no. Ooh. And Howell will let it go out of bounds to Summertown. Ty Bryant will check in, along with Leighton Sherman. Looks like Sawyer checked out, and Mabry. 2:08 remaining here in the first. Jackson Robertson is back into the game as well. Bryant now over to Bennett. Bennett here to Bryant. He's open for 3. Knocks it down. That cuts the lead here to 3. Ty Bryant really come on strong here for the Eagles in the last couple games. Tidwell on the low block. And a foul will be called against Sawyer Sherman.
Yeah, he got stuck on the low block with Tidwell and pretty much just held on for dear life right there to keep him from getting the basket.
It's his first, team's fourth.
We saw him let them really play in the girls game. That might not have been called earlier. Guys that get it's a little different, but
Robertson with it. Now foul here against Summertown. It's a team's fifth.
See it.
I think that's going to be on Bennett.
Again, if it's away from the ball, it's got to be very egregious.
No, that was
Ty Bryant.
I just didn't see anything there. And maybe it was. I was looking in that direction and just didn't see it.
So Bryant is first, team's fifth. So Case and Bowie go the line here to shoot two.
So it's going to be Reynolds?
Corbin Reynolds.
I'm really confused now.
Greg Tipp says, okay.
I think
doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you put it. Yeah. I think he might be the only person in the gym that saw that foul.
Corbin Reynolds misses the first.
Because Casey thought he got fouled. Yeah. Oh man.
Good shot from Corbin. It's one of two. He's got 5, and the lead's out to 4. Ty Bryant coming with speed the other way. Hands over to Bennett. Now to Sawyer Sherman. Sherman kicks out to Bryant.
So they're posting up.
Now over to Leighton Sherman.
Well, Grayson's been unsuccessful from the perimeter so far, so they're trying to just work him away to get a basket.
Ty Bryant want to move, nice layup, move. No, and a rebound by Corbin Reynolds.
Wow.
They put a move on Bowie right there.
Robertson kicks out the Bowie. Now to Tidwell. He's open for 3. He hits it. Lead is out to 7. Minute 5 left. Leighton, which is Sawyer. Now to Bryant over to Leighton Sherman. Sherman drives. Tough move. Up and in. His first points leads down to 5. Robertson coming quickly the other way for the Mustangs. Kicks out to Reynolds. He'll slow things down here, getting the play from head coach Greg Tipps. Throws it in to Robertson. Kicks out to Tidwell. Another 3. Back iron, no. Rebound Robertson. Kicks out to Aaron. Now to Reynolds. Back to Aaron.
I think they're going to hold for last shot.
Robertson, runner up, no. And a rebound by Grayson Burleson. Then he loses that one. Robertson ahead with it. That one's up and in for Case and Bowie.
Just how I drew it up, AJ. Turn it over real quick, get the steal, and then flip it right down there to Bowie.
20-13, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Ty Bryant drives, spins, turnaround jumper, rattles out, no. Rebound by Bowie. Bowie now to Aaron. Shot here at the buzzer, misses, and that one will end the first quarter. After 8 minutes of play, Loretto with a 7-point advantage. We'll take a minute break at the start of the second. We return here on the X Sports Network.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie, and we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Back here at Loretto's, we start the second quarter. Mustangs with a 7-point lead at 20-13. Reynolds over to Hayden Buttram, who just checked in, over to Case and Bowie. Bowie, guarded by Grayson Burleson, shot up and in.
And everybody is contributing for Loretto. They have Corbin, Robertson, and Tidwell each with 5, Clint with 3, and Kasem with 4. they're really moving the ball around well, all 5 starters.
Ty Bryant goes up. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
And Ty Bryant's come off the bench and really been a spark. I mean, he's missed a majority of his shots, but they've looked good.
It's on Bowie. That's his first and the team's first of the second. Ty Bryant will go to the line to shoot 2.
Is that Tanner's son? Played at Lawrenceburg? Anybody know that? I'm sure somebody listening at home does. Tucker's brother. That'd be great. I think it is, but I could be wrong. They were both really good basketball players in their own right.
Jaden Aaron comes in for Aiden Buttram as Bryant misses the first. Second shot on its way. Doesn't get that one. And Mabry tracks down the offensive board. Grayson Burleson. Tough shot up. No. And that one's knocked out of bounds. And will stay with Summertown.
Yeah, that looked really insignificant there, but Jaden Aaron tipping that ball away from Grayson Burleson just saved Loretto 2 points there.
Ty Bryant will check out.
Kurt back in the game already.
And Sawyer Sherman back in. Actually, Mabry's out.
Coach Sid's supposed to get a warning. He's here it comes. Is he going to do it? Nope. That's that coaching box.
Sawyer now over to Layton. Layton Sherman will pull up for 3. Back iron, no. And 3 Mustangs collided there before Tidwell came up with it. Now timeout's going to be called here by Greg Tips. Going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break as well here on the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back here at Loretto as Greg Tips has used his first timeout, 30-second timeout. They've got 4 remaining. Mustangs with a 9-point lead at 22-13. We have confirmed that is Tanner Bryant's son.
The person who knows every athlete in the county confirmed it, being Gooch. I mean, if there's anybody that knows every athlete, it would be him, right?
Ty is a heck of a football player.
Yeah, his dad was a pretty dang good basketball player back in the day. His uncle Tucker was too.
Aaron skip pass over to Clint Seymour. He'll try a 3. He hits it.
I guess he's still feeling it from Tuesday.
Clint's dad was not a good athlete. I could pick on Wes. I don't know if he was or not.
Clint with 6, leads out to 12. Jackson Bennett, runner-up, no. And that one's knocked out of bounds and will go to Loretto.
And one thing I've sat here and paid attention to it the first quarter just because they talked about it, how bad it affected them last game. Loretto is killing it on boxing out and getting rebounds here early. I don't know what the advantage is, but it's probably significant.
12-5 is the advantage as Reynolds brings it the other way. Hands over to Robertson. Guarded by Mabry. Now Aaron here to Robertson. Kicks out to Tidwell. Tidwell in the paint. Good take up and in.
I think the ankle and the knee's good. Last Friday night he couldn't make that move at all.
That one floats in.
Tidwells tend to have pretty good games against Summertown. There's a guy standing down there to our left, had a 31-point game against them his senior year.
How do you remember that stuff?
Because I was on the team.
I don't know. I couldn't. It wouldn't matter if I was on. I couldn't remember that stuff.
I also remember because we beat Summertown by 33 at their place in that game.
Lord.
Sherman now over to Grayson Burleson. He spins. Up and under, no, and a rebound by Clint Seymour.
And he just can't get anything to fall.
Reynolds out to Seymour, swings over to Tidwell. Kicks out to Aaron. Aaron now to Reynolds. He's open for 3. He hits it.
If that's going, you know it's going to be a good night for the Mustangs.
Wes Long calls a timeout, a full timeout. We'll take the break with him here on the X Sports Network.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Loretto has started the second quarter here on a 10-0 run as they lead by 17, 30-13. Westlaw from Summertown has burned his first timeout, a full timeout. 5:41 remaining in the first half.
And hey, we can credit that 10-0 run to Loretto spreading the ball around so well. I mean, every starter has scored and has at least 4 points.
Now we have a offensive foul called against Summertown.
It's been a lot of away from the ball fouls. That's 3 already in this game.
And I think they noticed how chippy it got there at the girls' game, and we're like, hey, we're going.
It wasn't that chippy though. I mean, that's just
there were a couple, but again, it wasn't like egregious.
I remember that when it was, so I guess that's why I think it's not.
Grayson Burleson gets called for the push foul here on Jackson Robertson. He'll pick up his first, team second.
I don't know if that's a foul.
That looked just almost like a turnover out there for Loretto.
He stepped out of bounds, but I don't know. Yeah, it didn't look like a foul. I don't think Coach Long didn't like it either.
Bowie in the paint, turnaround jumper, rattles home.
Again, if he's got the height advantage, it's hard for him to miss that shot.
That's an offensive foul. I mean, he just hit him in the head. He came with the elbow.
Gave Quinn an elbow to the chin.
I'm going to call it.
Seymour's going to pick up his second as Burleson will go to the line here to shoot 2. Grayson or Kurt is yet to score tonight.
That's not how you draw it up.
First free throw from Grayson on its way. He hits it. As Tidwell will come in the game. And checking out will be Seymour. Just because the Summertown team is down this point now, they did have a 20-point comeback at Murfreesboro Central earlier in the year, and they made that all up in the third quarter alone. Offensive rebound by Mabry. Three-pointer here from Curve. Rolls in and out. And a rebound by Jackson Robertson.
Loretto's still getting killed rebounding on free throws. When they have 4 guys down there and the other team has 2.
And a steal here by Grayson Burleson. He'll race the other way. Tough shot up in, and he gets it. His first made bucket, and the lead's down to 16. Tidwell now over to Wilkerson.
I think having Kurt on the floor for Summertown has helped Grayson a lot because it's kind of, extended Loretto's defense out.
Tidwell now over to Wilkerson. He'll drive, kicks out to Bowie. Bowie now hands over to Aaron. Aaron will drive. His layup is up and in.
I'll tell you,
they got lost on the swamp there.
A kid has made as big of an adjustment in year 1 to year 2 as Jaden Aaron has. I mean, that kid is.
And Grayson Burleson with an AM1 on the other end.
Yep.
Got a little excited after that one.
Yeah. Just got to be careful.
It's going to go on Tidwell.
I like emotion. I like kids showing emotion. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. That's why the year when they were teeing up everybody for throwing the 3 sign with I think that's stupid.
And they were teeing that up.
Yeah, quit teeing that up. I mean, that's just dumb. Let them show some emotion, but there is also a line of when you can do it.
Burleson gets the M1. It's a 15-point advantage. And a carry called here against Corbin Reynolds, the team's 4th turnover.
They could call a carry every time, but I feel like they just really pick on some people at specific times.
15
I didn't
point
see
lead.
it. It was blocking where we couldn't see the ball.
Burleson struggles with it, regains possession. Hands over to Mabry. Mabry will drive the baseline and goes up and gets fouled by Kaysen Bowie.
Yeah, Kaysen had the bad mismatch. I mean, height advantage, yes, but speed advantage, no. And he had no choice with the foul.
No, yeah, I would say he got stuck behind him, and at that point.
It's Bowie's second. Team's 4th here, the second. First free throw from Mabry, nothing but net. And just like the girls, maybe the way Summertown claws back into this is at the free throw line.
Yeah, this is going to be their 7th free throw of the quarter, and they're now 4 for 7.
He hits them both to cut the lead down to 13 as Wilkerson will check back in and Bowie will check out.
Mabry's got 5 here in the first half.
Clint Seymour on the bench. Bowie's on the bench. You got 2 starters sitting over there.
Reynolds brings it over the timeline. Hands over to Wilkerson. Halfway through the second quarter. That one's almost stolen. Now to Robertson. And Robertson travels. 5th turnover by Loretto.
Jackson has a propensity to do that, but that's also something you can call
every time.
A lot. You could call that a lot, but he's got that reputation now, and I feel like he gets it caught on him more often.
30-second timeout by Greg Tips. We'll take a quick one here on the X Sports Network.
What really matters during the ball game, back during the day when I was playing basketball, we were taught that when a foul was called on you, you were to raise your hand as so to identify yourself. Isn't it amazing that some people are walking around this world with their hands up, identifying the guilt they have in life? Yet there is the opportunity to live without condemnation. According to Romans 8 and verse 1, there is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Be in Christ, and you don't have to be identified as one who committed the foul. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
And back at Loretto, 3:37 remaining in the half. Mustangs with a 13-point lead as Greg Tips has used his second timeout. Leighton Sherman over to Grayson Burleson. And a 3-second call against Summertown. Their 4th turnover.
They're calling a lot of
yeah.
And we talked about the Grace, they'll give you a couple extra seconds in there. Because I remember I had a game, and I said, why did it take you so long to call that? And he said, I counted to 10.
I don't think you're going to get a 10 count. I think you might get a 5.
Like that defeats the whole 3-second. That's a walk.
Yeah. And then Reynolds walks, make that 6 turnovers for Loretto now.
There's a lot of sloppiness in this second quarter.
Burleson will bring it up the court. Kicks out to Leighton Sherman. He'll drive. Left-handed layup, no. Rebound Reynolds. He'll bring it the other way over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson into the paint.
Oh, what a
Kicks
pass.
out to Robertson. Robertson drives. Good move. Runner up. No. And we'll go out of bounds off Robertson.
That's not a good call. He had it knocked out of his hands. And it goes out of bounds. That's just...
That's 50-50.
Well, it's easy to see from here, but where the officials, it may not be as easy. So
Bennett bounce pass out of Kurt Burleson on the low block. Powers his way up. No. Gets his own rebound. That one's off the glass. No.
That's a foul all day.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a foul. I think it's going to be called a lot.
It's on Wilkerson.
That's on Wilkerson.
So they can boo. They're
calling that on Wilkerson.
Yeah.
That's his first and the team's 5th. So 2 free throws coming up for Kurt Burleson.
Now, AJ, I know you haven't done the most Summertown games, but, man, how long is it, I don't think there's a game this year that it's taken him till 2:30 left in the half to score.
Normally, if he doesn't have 5 points by the midway point of the first quarter, it's a bit shocking. Because he's such a cool, calm as he hits the first steady presence for this team. Doesn't say a whole lot. It's clearly one of those guys that leads by example, but this guy hustles. He can do everything for this team as he hits them both.
He is the complete opposite personality of his cousin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
both
not a bad thing. It's just they're just different.
Aaron hands over to Reynolds. Reynolds drives. Good move. And that one's up and in.
And, a basketball team, you got to have both. You got to have the fire and you got to have the calm. You got to have it both.
Burleson drives. Tough take.
Wow.
Can't get it to go. And a rebound by Robertson. He'll race the other way. In the paint. Kicks out here to Wilkerson, who traveled before the 3.
I just don't see it, guys.
He does that move every single time, and that's the first time it's been called this year.
That's not it's getting ridiculous. Let them play, guys. Let them play.
It's like Coach Tips is not happy about it either.
Just let them play. Stop calling both ways. This crap, it doesn't affect the game.
Burleson drives, runner up, banks it in.
Wow.
He leans on you. When he gets that going, it's just hard to defend.
8 in the quarter, and now a foul here will be called against Mabry.
It's like they get bored and let's just start blowing the whistle.
Mabry picks up his first, team's 3rd here the second quarter with 1:48 left in the half. Tidwell gets it in the Reynolds. Reynolds guarded now by Leighton Sherman. Now to Jaden Aaron. Aaron kicks out the Reynolds. Over to Wilkerson. Bounce pass down low, deflected away, and Sherman comes up, and he will be fouled from behind by Tidwell, who picks up his second or third.
That was a chain reaction. Mason was, yeah.
There's his second. Pair of free throws coming up for Leighton Sherman. First one on its way, hits it. Graham Howe will check back in the game. Checking out will be Kurt Burleson, the final minute 31. Next shot on its way, he hits it.
Now, Kevin told me this morning at the office, he said, hey, Michael, it's Summertown. We do cover Summertown too. You don't need to be biased. But when the free throws are 11-0 in the second quarter, there's a slight problem with that.
Well, the first it was going the other way.
It was 4-0 in the first quarter for Loretto.
9-point lead as they get it over to Robertson. Robertson's runner-up, no. And a foul against Jaden Aaron.
I don't see that. That's one you let him play, man.
And now it's about to be 13-0.
That just doesn't make any sense. There's not. Both two guys going for the ball. That's all that is.
It's Aaron's first. 2 free throws coming up for Grayson Burleson. They're 8 of 9 here in the quarter. 8 of 11 for the game. First free throw from Grayson, hits it.
Coach Tips is trying to get an explanation. He ain't getting much of one.
Good luck. Next shot on its way, off the front of the iron and tracked down by Clint Seymour. Seymour now over to Reynolds.
Summertown had made 8 in a row free throws up to that point.
9 of 13 for the game. Reynolds with it. Hand over to Butcher. If you ask head coach Wes Allen, that's a good improvement. This team struggled to shoot 60% from the free throw line a year ago. Robertson now over to Reynolds. Minute left in the half.
Ain't many kids that pass up that open look for 3.
Not many.
Well, that's not Jackson's game.
Jackson is.
That is Clint's game. Back iron, no. And Grayson Burleson with the rebound.
Jackson has the red light from behind the arc.
Grayson pulls up for 3. Front iron, no. Gets his own rebound. That one's up and in.
That was back to Tuesday night, not boxing out. Yep.
6-point game after it was 17?
18,
17, 18 at one point.
Well, Grayson had 0 into 1 and 10
now. He has
now.
11.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Aaron, back out. 20 seconds left in the half.
This feels a lot like the girls' game, but
it does.
In 2 quarters, though, instead of 2 halves.
Yeah.
Aaron, 10 seconds left now over to Robertson in the corner. Back out to Aaron. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds now to Aaron. Hands over to Reynolds. Stolen away by Mabry. And that one will end the first half. Tale of 2 quarters as Loretto leads by 6 after 16 minutes of play. Take a few minute break, and before you know it, we'll have the start of the second half when we return here on the X Sports Network.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
This is Jason at Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg. For over 90 years, Volco has been a family-owned company. We're proud of our past and excited about our future. We're open to the public for wholesale and retail trade. We carry product lines such as Milwaukee Tools, Lucas Oil, and Malco products. We carry all major brands of lubricants like Shell Rotella, Haviland, Castrol GTX, Mystic, Motorcraft, Valvoline, Kindle, and Mobile. We here at Volco offer a complete line of car detailing supplies, shop supplies, tire repair products, and lawnmower supplies. Check us out online at VolcoAutosupply.com or at 416 Buffalo Road here in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
If you want the best clean and wash experience, you need to catch the happy wave at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Don't settle for streaks, dirt residue, water spots, and weak vacuums that you can get at just any car wash. At all our locations, you will be greeted by a smiling attendant who will pre-wash your car front and back to remove any stubborn bugs and dirt before guiding you through the tunnel, where your car will be treated to the ultimate spa treatment with state-of-the-art equipment and one-of-a-kind wash experience that will give your car a showroom shine. Afterwards, you can help yourself to our free powerful vacuums, cleaning cloths, and glass and surface cleaner for the perfect finishing touch. When it comes to caring for your car, don't settle for any wash and pay for all the extras. Get the best when you catch the happy wave at your local Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
The Hidden Garden, located just off the square in downtown Lawrenceburg, is your hometown oasis for massage, aesthetics, full hair and nail services, and body waxing. Gift certificates are available, and be sure to follow them on Facebook for their specials. The Hidden Garden, your peace, your place. 222 Pulaski Street, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, or phone 931-762-9799.
Head on over to Shaw Southeast Distributing in Lawrenceburg to find everything you need for your home, business, or fundraiser. To make life easier, Shaw Southeast Distributing now accepts EBT cards. Have a concession stand, food truck, or just your kitchen at home? Leave it to Shaw to fill your shelves with ease. Shaw Southeast Distributing delivers. Family owned and operated. Phone 931-762-7760. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at 1603 Ripke Avenue in Lawrenceburg.
Buying or selling a home has never been simpler or more professional than with Realtor Jacob Patterson guiding you through the process. Jacob is currently featuring this beautiful new construction property in Loretto, Tennessee, located near the Cherokee Hill subdivision.
Hi, I'm Jacob Patterson from Caldwell Banker Southern Realty, and if you're looking to buy or sell or interested in this home that we featured today, just give me a call or text at 931-279-1707 anytime, any day, and I'll be there to help you.
Too late to change your career or to go back to school. The decision to go back to school wasn't easy. Look at me, a wife, a mother, a degree in dental for 17 years. But here I am at LTC, studying towards a career in cosmetology, and it's been the best decision I have ever made.
Busy at home or at the office and can't get away for your favorite meal? Simply pick up the phone and call Wright's Delivery Service. Locally owned, locally operated, fast, friendly, and reliable. Phone 256-762-3031 or visit WDSordering.com.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tenakee Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint? Even a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Tenakee has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Tenakee Properties. Visit Tenakee.com or phone 931-244-4602. Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals. Owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
Back here at Loretto, halftime as the Mustangs lead Summertown 36-30. Quick look at the stats. Grayson Burleson led the Eagles with 11. The other side for Loretto, balanced scoring. Corbin Reynolds led them with 10. Yeah, Clint Seymour with 6. Jackson Robertson with 5. Mason Tidwell with 7. Kason Bowie with 6. Turnovers, Loretto with 9. Summertown got 12 points off of those. Summertown with 4. Loretto with 4 points off of those. Second chance points, Summertown 2, Loretto none. Points off the bench, Summertown 6, Loretto 2. Rebounding was won by Loretto at 18-13. So guys, kind of a tale of two quarters there. Loretto took care of business really up until the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Wes Long calls that full timeout. After that, it's been pretty much all Summertown.
Yeah, I mean, Loretto, it's not like their offense just died. I mean, they had 20 in the first, 16 in the second. It's just the fact that Summertown had 7 in the first and 23 in the second quarter. Grayson came alive. He has 11. I mean, Kurt's only got 2, but still, I mean, that's 13 points between 2 players. And if you don't shut them down in the second half, it's going to be a long game.
Certainly, especially once, if Kirk can get going here for Summertown.
Because there were parts, AJ, late in the first quarter, early in the second quarter, you're looking, oh gosh, this might be a game that gets a running scoreboard here in the second half. But
look,
because it got really close to getting bad.
We saw that. We've seen this out of Loretto a couple times though. Lawrenceburg game comes to mind. It was a really bad third quarter.
Yeah.
It ultimately cost them the game. I mean, you can't. It didn't get that bad, but you can't let that carry over here.
Right.
Well, the good thing for Loretto is they went into halftime with a 6-point lead, not a 12-point lead. Maybe they'll come out with a little more urgency.
Summertown has the ball to start things off. Jackson Bent gets a handoff. Now over to Kurt Burleson. Kurt will drive. Right-handed layup off the glass and in, and the lead's down the floor quickly.
Mason turn around. Where's my help?
Tidwell brings it up the court for Loretto. Kicks out to Corbin Reynolds. Reynolds over to Tidwell. Now to Clint Seymour.
That's
Seymour.
a foul.
Over to Bowie at the top of the key. Dribbles to his right, loses it out of bounds. Knocked away by Andrew Mabry. Tidwell taking it out. Now knocked away by Mabry again.
You got to be a little more crisp with those passes.
Yeah, that was.
Lead him a little bit more or something.
Reynolds with it. Hands over to Robertson.
They're obviously going to play aggressive and jump the passing lanes. That's going to open up some space.
Tidwell here to Bowie on the low block. Goes off the glass and in, and he's got 8. Leads back out the 6.
That's how you do a ball fake. That's why you do it. 3
And we saw Corbin do it 4 or 5 times in the first half alone. Just get it in there and pump.
Kurt Burleson with it. Picks up his dribble out to Leighton Sherman. Sherman now over to Grayson Burleson. Burleson will try a three. Front iron, no, and a rebound by Kason Bowie. Summertown now 3 of 12 from beyond the arc. And Seymour on the other end for the reverse slam.
They are so lucky that worked. He had Quint about 4 seconds earlier and just decided to throw it anyway. Good on Quint to be able to get in there and make a shot off that.
Grayson races the other way for a quick 2 to get the lead back down to 6.
Grayson takes advantage of you when you go to sleep. That's exactly what happened there.
Man, he plays so fast.
He just, he's thinking, he's only got one thought in his head, and that's score.
Yeah.
Score.
Tidwell on the low block. Shoots it up and in. He's got 9, leads back out to 8.
He's back playing like he was. You can tell he's getting healthier.
Mabry now to Bennett. Bennett hands over to Burleson. Grayson drives. Tough runner up. No. And Kurt Burleson comes down with the rebound. He goes up and he's fouled.
I think that was a little touch.
I think he may have gotten his right hand.
He may have. It looked like from this angle a lot of ball.
That's Bowie's third, team's first here in the third quarter. Pair of free throws coming up for Kurt Burleson. Summertown was 9 of 13 in the first half, 9 of 11 in the second quarter. First one on its way, back out, no good. Jaden Aram will come in for Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie picking up 3 is huge because that, Jaden is a great defensive player, but Bowie brings you such an advantage with that height that it's hard to replicate that, especially in high school ball.
Well, that goes back to you allowing an offensive rebound. I mean, you can argue the foul or no foul, it doesn't matter. But you box out.
You gave them a second chance.
Exactly.
7-point lead now for Loretto as Burleson hits 1 of 2. He's got 5. Seymour over to Tidwell at the top of the key.
That 33-point for Quint Seymour, that game has now made him such a threat from outside that when he catches and does that, I mean that's a good shot fake.
Aaron
got
over
Jackson
to Reynolds.
wide open in the corner.
Jackson with it here in the corner.
They're not even going to come out on him.
In the paint, a miscommunication. A good job by Seymour to track it down.
Oof, caught a break.
Clint drives. Right into layup, off the glass and in. He's in the double figures with 10.
Got to watch for Grayson. He's going to come back. He's going to try to get one quick.
Spins. Tough shot
up.
Good defense. Gets it in.
That was good defense. That's just an even better offense.
That's what, when you don't have Bowie in the game, that changes that. I cannot force
steal.
that.
10th turnover by Loretto. Burleson racing the other way. Runner up. No. And Seymour comes up with a rebound. And then this one's stolen away by Mabry.
And they're going to get timeout.
I don't like it. I've said that all along. When it's not in complete control, I do not like granting a coach a timeout. But it happens both ways.
30-second timeout for West Lum. We'll take that break as well on the X Sports Network.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the auto owner's policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Loretto, as Summertown has used its second timeout. Each side now has 3 timeouts remaining. 4:47 remaining in the third. Loretto with a 7-point lead. Bennett taking it out to the right of the basket. Lobs it in for Grayson Burleson in the paint. Grayson, tough shot up and in.
Lucky that wasn't a foul on Reynolds right there.
He's got 17. They've now got 14 points off 11 Loretto turnovers.
They don't have an answer for that at all right now.
Tidwell, bounce pass here to Robertson. Robertson kicks out to Reynolds. He's open for 3. Rattles out, no. Offensive rebound, Robertson up and in.
Jackson getting fired up.
He's got 7. It's the Mustangs' first second chance points. Mabry and is fouled by Aaron.
Aaron was late getting to the corner.
You got to get to your spot.
Yep.
His second, team second of the third.
I know there's some Loretto fans not happy with the call, but that's a foul every day.
Quick jumper from Grayson, misses, and a rebound by Jaden Aaron.
It's just
now to Tidwell. Tidwell drives.
Good
shot up and in.
Any questions if he's feeling good?
He's in the double figures with 11. He's one of 3 Mustangs above 10 points. Burleson, pull-up jumper blocked by Seymour. And Seymour going to track it down, and he will be fouled by Leighton Sherman. That's his second, team's first.
So if you're Grayson and if you're Coach Long, you got to get him inside and say, look, you are unstoppable going to the rim.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to shoot it outside? They can't stop you if you just take it in.
Getting him a breather here at the end of the third.
I think that's what he's going to tell him now. Yeah. I would. I mean, he's unstoppable when he does that. You don't need to fade away.
So he scored 7 this half just doing that.
Exactly.
He'll check out.
Did you notice his shots that he's missed are that baseline pull up and that one at the free throw line?
Corbin Reynolds drives. Hands over to Aaron. Aaron shot up and in.
You notice every Loretto player does a ball fake when they get it.
Well, every Summertown player jumps every time they do it. So
that is by design. They are obviously seeing that on tape.
Sawyer Sherman. Pass here to Howe in the corner for 3, and he knocks it down.
Big bucket.
Yeah,
big bucket.
Needed that to get it back, lead down the single digits. Robertson coming the other way, and he is fouled by Howe.
Well, he just did the Grayson Burleson, special right there. Just get down the court before anybody else does, and draw a foul.
There's nothing Howe could have done. I mean, when you got crossed over, reverse like that, you could. It is what it is.
First one here from Robertson off the back iron. No. Mustangs now 3 of 5 from the line.
His first Loretto free throw since the first quarter.
Next shot on its way. Off the front iron. No. And a rebound by Howe. Now over to Kurt Burleson. 3:15 remaining in the third. Here to Sawyer Sherman. Over to Jackson Bennett. Bennett hands over to Sherman. Now to Kurt Burleson at the top of the key.
He shuffled right there.
He did.
Step back jumper.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
He's got 7, leads back down to 6. Tidwell drives, layup up and in.
Like you said, I mean, Loretta's taking a page out of Summertown's book. Just get back for everybody else.
Well, if it works for them, why doesn't it work for us? Because we're taking the shots that they are, those inside shots.
Bennett picks up his dribble. Hands over to Sherman.
I haven't seen a high school game so post-centric.
It's not really post, it's just dribble drives.
Burleson with the jumper.
Is he all right?
And
Tripped
Seymour
on his
the
own
rebound.
player.
Coming the other way is Tidwell. Tidwell layup up, no, and he is fouled. They'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
The way Kurt fell there had me concerned because that
tripped over his own guy.
He didn't, but he was kind of in the air and it's come down his knee, kind of buckled.
That's Howe's third.
Yeah,
and he's been a pretty big piece off the bench for Summertown tonight.
Yeah. Tidwell here to shoot 2.
Man.
So that's one thing that's kind of hurting him with his ankle being, not 100% the free throws.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't. There's no excuse. There's very rarely an excuse for missing a free throw.
Next free throw here from Tidwell. It's 1 of 2. He leads the Mustangs with 14. 9-point game. Bennett to Grayson just checked in. Ty Bryant came in as well. Bryant drives, runner up. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. That shot's up, no. And coming down with the rebound was Howe.
That's a foul. That's a walk. We're playing prison rules at this point.
Bennett for 3. Off the front of the iron, no. And a rebound by Clint Seymour. Quickly ahead to Jackson Robertson. Robertson shot up and in.
There's not many kids that would take it right at Grayson because Grayson's going to he don't ain't scared to foul you hard. No. Not at all.
Grayson in the paint, runner up, no.
That just shows you.
Comes up with his own rebound.
He just went in 1-on-4 and got an offensive rebound.
Well, and then Howe traveled. 5th turnover against Summertown as Buttram will come in for Aaron.
Loretto got bailed out.
I do
by
need
the official.
Do need to say something here for those who are watching the game. You can say whatever you want about us. You can say whatever you want about the coaches and the refs. You're not going to say anything about a player. Whoever you are, stop doing it. You're about to get banned. Forever. So whoever you are, stop doing it. And that's a shame that I have to address you and miss Hayden Buttram missing the basket to extend the lead to 13.
That was a Dick Cassianos moment.
Yeah. Not that bad.
Oh.
I'm not getting fired.
No.
Burleson, you're out to Ty Bryant.
And another walk.
Travels.
So that's like now, okay, we decided we're going to call walks. I mean, here's my whole view on it. Whole view. Don't call them.
Yep.
They're pointless because it slows down the pace of the. It completely stops the pace of the game.
If it's egregious, it's obvious. But these shuffling the feet, these little ticky-tack, don't quit calling them. Quit calling them.
Reynolds.
He's had a great game tonight.
Over to Tidwell. Tidwell now in the paint to Robertson. Kicks out to Reynolds. Swings over to Seymour. Now to Buttram. Buttram now to Seymour. He'll try three. Back iron, no. And unfortunately, Robertson was out of bounds.
I don't think he was out of bounds right there.
Well, again, you got two Mustangs going up for the same rebound.
Connor Pope there.
Yeah.
Cracking me up as Wilkerson will check in. And Reynolds will check out.
If there's one kid,
he's the most animated basketball fan I've ever seen.
Well, if there's one kid in here that really just could not care less whether he got thrown out of here, that would be the guy. That would be him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to put it.
Kurt Burleson now over to Leighton Sherman. Now to Jackson Bennett. Bennett over to Kurt Burleson. He'll drive. Tough take.
Is he all right? Oh, man.
Got twisted up again.
Man, Kurt is playing hard.
Go on, Mason.
Go on, Buttram.
Buttram.
That's his second. And team's third. Pair of free throws coming up for Kurt Burleson. Eagles 10 of 15 from the line.
So this is more like the first quarter again for Loretto. They just Summertown looked kind of flat here in the third, or they were, Loretto looked flat in the second.
And the thing is, it's not like Loretta's hitting a bunch of threes or anything this game. I mean,
and Grayson, like I said, he was scoring at will.
Kurt hits one of two. Rebound by Kason Bowie, just checked in along with Corbin Reynolds. Reynolds now over to Seymour. 10 seconds left in the third. Reynolds. Out to Buttram. Buttram. Now to Reynolds. And throws up a prayer. And that
Come on, Corbin. Come on, Corbin.
That one
Come on, buddy.
in the third quarter. Loretto leads by 12 here with 8 minutes remaining in the game. We'll take a minute break. We'll have the start of the fourth. We return on the Exports Network.
Do you ever worry about having too much in the garage? What about where you're going to put the mower or your ATV? Or better yet, your mother-in-law? Look no further than Quality Storage Buildings located right next door to Flat Rock Cheese and More on the Minor Hill Highway in Pulaski, Tennessee. There you'll find the answer to your need in a compact or spacious metal building. Built by hand right at Flat Rock by some of the finest craftsmen around, there's a perfect building for everyone, including economy, utility, cabin, lofted or garage models, and even an animal shelter line. Buy or rent to own, see the different models at Flat Rock or on North Main Street in Ardmore and on Highway 43 South in Dunn. Call today 931-363-3603 or 931-201-2205.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Loretto as we start the fourth quarter. Loretto has the ball in a 12-point lead as we enter the final 8 minutes. Reynolds now over to Buttram. Buttram kicks out to Wilkerson. Wilkerson now back out to Buttram.
He had him right there.
He did.
It's such a risky play. I mean,
Wilkerson gets it over to Reynolds. Reynolds will drive. Tough layup, no. Offensive rebound, Bowie, no. Gets his own rebound up and in.
He just wanted to add an extra board in there.
That's what Kaysen has to do. He has to be strong on the glass. Last Saturday, I don't send players messages often. Never, actually.
Burleson for three.
Wow.
Hits it.
That's big time there.
He's got 20. Leads down to 11.
I told Kaysen, the last player I did this to was Ryan Weathers.
Now we got a 5-second call.
It's awful quick.
On an inbound?
It's awful quick. But I told him, look, man, you're a stud. You're a star. You got to go stronger to the rim, period. I mean, he's got it in him.
Burleson for three off the front of the iron, no, and a rebound by Reynolds.
And hey, Jackson Robertson's 1 point away from every single Mustang starter having double figures.
Well, there he's got the ball
there
now.
He is on the low block.
Oh, he knows it.
Kicks Kicks out to Reynolds.
Nah, maybe not.
Over to Buttram. Now back to Reynolds.
Oh, it's a hard post up.
They get it to Bowie in the paint.
Jackson's got to slide over at that point and get behind him. That would.
Reynolds, tough take. No, but he's fouled. They'll go to the line here to shoot two.
Amari's in the house tonight.
He's sitting right below us.
That was a little bit shades of that. I think he learned it from a good source, don't you think?
Foul Mabry is second, team's first of the fourth quarter as Reynolds hits the first. Tidwell will come in for Buttram.
I remember when Amari first came in as a freshman, and Coach Rochester said, "Man, I got this freshman. It's going to be really, really good." And I come and watch the practice. It's like, that little guy? He's going to be good? Really? And sure enough.
He turned out pretty good.
Reynolds hits both. He's got 12. Layden Sherman, step back jumper. Back iron, no. Rebound by Reynolds. Now over to Robertson. Robertson pulls up. His shot blocked from behind. Goes in the hands of Grayson Burleson.
Oh, Clint, come on. That's that. Yeah.
He was doing that. They gave him an intentional. Wow.
They should. It should. He extended the arm. I mean, that's every day. I mean,
because Clint was just trying to stop him from getting a free throw, make him, or a free layup, and make him shoot free throws. But
you can't extend all the way out. You just can't do it. Coach Tips is trying to. I'm sure it's been going on the other way, but that's one where you see it's that open on the open court. You got to.
Well, we've seen harder fouls.
Absolutely
not called.
Grayson misses them both.
That's got a
loudest applause we've heard all night.
Sawyer Sherman will come in for Layden Sherman.
I will say this about Grayson. He has got to have some of the thickest skin of any athlete.
Yeah.
Because, look, he's a passionate player. Passionate players get taunted and everything else.
And banks that one in.
And he's not sulking on miss those free throws. He'd come back in and just attacked. I mean, you've got to have it. When you're the star of the team, and you play with that emotion, you're going to get it back.
Seymour for three, rattles out. No offensive rebound. Tidwell up, no. And gets his own rebound again. That shot up in, and he's fouled.
What about it, quarterback?
That's an individual effort. It's just all it's not that he was doing anything any different than the
He just worked harder.
I don't even know if that's true. He was just timing it better. Of course, he's the one shooting it, so.
Goes on Grayson, his second, and the team's second.
So much of rebounding in traffic is about timing.
Tidwell misses. Robertson comes down with the rebound. Now over to Seymour in the corner. Back to Robertson. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds drives, picks up his dribble, brings it back out beyond the three-point line. Skip pass over to Seymour for three. Misses. And a rebound by Kurt Burleson. Over to Grayson, brings it over the timeline with speed. Runner up, banks it in.
I mean,
he gets every roll.
Well, I mean, he's got such soft hands. I mean, he's soft touch. That is there every time up the floor.
Bowie will pull up for three. Back iron, no. Rebound, Grayson Burleson.
That is there every time up the floor. That's you do. Casey, that's you do. Oh.
And an offensive foul against Grayson Burleson.
And Clint got a shot at the end. So that's what I'm saying. Is your Grayson, you got to have thick skin because now you're going to get it from the opposing crowd.
As Ty Bryan will check in the game, Mabry will check out. Wes Long does not agree with that call.
I don't know if he's mad about the hard foul after the fact. What do we got going on here? Got somebody hurt.
Get the wiping.
For the
we had a lot of
sweat.
Of sweaty bodies on the court there.
This is obviously a game that you got high emotion in. It's two biggest rivals you have. It's the biggest rivalry you have.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, you can say Lawrenceburg, whatever, but Lawrenceburg's
not a district, so it doesn't have as much postseason implication as this does.
And Coach Long is look. I think he's more mad about the after the fact.
Yeah.
After the whistle. I could be wrong.
He's like, hey, my guy got tackled, and it's a foul on us.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's what he's saying.
Reynolds has it guarded by Ty Bryant.
That's a push-off.
And now that's an offensive foul.
It is. Yep. I mean, I know that you could not like it, but it's also going both ways.
I would say now the fact that they're doing this to both teams has just made
Yeah. It's ignited the crowd in
Well, it is, 'cause
all the wrong ways.
When you start
This isn't
calling
as fun anymore.
everything, when you start calling everything, you're going to start getting things called that.
Right.
You're going to make everybody mad. That's
Grayson.
exactly what's happened.
Jackson Bennett for 3. Front iron, no. Reynolds with another rebound. He's got 8.
That should be a foul.
Seymour goes up, no. And we'll stay with Loretto.
I thought they did a really good job in the girls' game. There was
Yeah.
a couple misses, but it's going to happen. When you start getting the touchy stuff is when you're just going to end up making everybody mad.
Reynolds, now to Seymour. Seymour dribble it out over to Jackson Robertson. Robertson drives, kicks out to Tidwell. He'll try a 3. Back iron, no, and comes up with another offensive rebound. Tough take up, and he's fouled. Go to the line here to shoot 2.
Another offensive rebound is right. I don't know if you specify which rebounds are offensive and defensive when you're doing the stats up there, but Mason has a ton.
I do. Well, it does it for me, actually. As Mason hits the first.
So much of games and how the flow is being consistent, quarter to quarter, game to game even. And so when you start calling touch stuff that wasn't called 4 minutes earlier, it's a problem. And I think that's the bigger issue across the board.
Well, it's when they do
It's
2 or 3 just quick little, picky calls.
And then Grayson Burson on the other end hits a 3, cut the lead down to 11. Westlawn calls a timeout. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back here at Loretto, 30-second timeout called by Westlawn. They've got 2 remaining. About to reach the halfway point of the fourth quarter, a 10-point Loretto lead. Grayson Burleson after that 3 is 27. Robertson down low, blocked by Grayson Burleson. Ty Bryant comes down.
That's a foul. It is.
Ty Bryant's going to pick up the foul.
It is. He don't like it. Be careful, young man.
That's the wrong crew to do that with.
It's 100% a foul. I mean, have they let that go previously? Yes. And that's where the problem comes in.
So going to the...
I don't think they know who's going to shoot it.
Yeah.
So back on the defense, Grayson, it looked like a surefire 2 points for Robertson and
now
Grayson.
They've changed it to a on the floor.
But it's 5
It's
fouls.
5 fouls, but are they going to say it was an offensive foul because offensive control foul?
Oh, okay, you're right.
Doesn't go
as a team.
Yeah,
No.
You're right.
And I think that's probably the right call, even though it was going for the loose ball. So I don't know.
Halfway through the fourth 10-point game, it's the 3rd foul on Robertson. It is the 15th foul. Reynolds strong take up and in. He's got 14, leads back out to 12. Grayson Burleson racing the other way. Drives, tough shot up, no. Rebound, Case and Bowie.
He's hurt.
Oh.
It's like a hamstring.
It might be a cramp.
I think it's a cramp. I've never seen them blow a play dead that quick.
Yeah. While they go and check on Grayson, we'll take a break here on the X Sports Network.
Cramp.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings. Plus, they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an Amar Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464.
Connected to your
Achilles.
Yep.
But it wouldn't be hurting that high up, would it?
Back here at Loretto as Grayson Burleson makes his way off the court. We hope it's nothing serious.
Initially it looked like a cramp. They were stretching him out, but then they stopped. So
Yeah.
that does have me a little concerned. Don't ever want to see that.
Graham Howell came in for Summertown for Grayson Burleson. Seymour now over to Tidwell. Tidwell guarded by Howell. Hands over to Reynolds. Reynolds back out to Robertson. Now over to Tidwell.
Tell you what, if you've ever had a cramp in your calf,
it's the worst thing.
You think you've been shot. I
will agree.
I don't know what it feels like to be shot, but I can't imagine it feels much worse.
And Ty Bryant coming up with the steal, right-handed layup, no. And
Jackson may have got a hand on it.
And they're going to get another
Ty Bryant's going to pick
yep.
up a foul.
Hey, that's why you never give up on a play right there. Jackson Robertson just shows you right there because you missed the layup, and then you got so many guys crashing in, the ball kind of squirts out to Loretto, and now we're shooting free throws.
You had the same thing happen with Grayson hustling the same way, the other way.
Well, he's back up.
I don't think he's coming back. No. I think this is.
But he's in good hands. He's got Blake Barnett over there taking care of him. So.
Well, now they're putting some kind of solution, like it's a cut or something. They're putting something on the back of his calf. Is it?
It could be like icy hot or something like that.
Well, they used it, yeah.
Layton and Sawyer Sherman in for Mabry and Howell. Reynolds misses them both, but an offensive rebound by Clint Seymour. Over to Tidwell, under 3 minutes left in the game. Tidwell drives, layup up and in.
Yeah, you gotta shut that off. You gotta slide over if you're Kurt.
He's got 20, leads out to 14.
It's good to have that back.
He's coming back in the game, but he does not look 100%.
Howell over to Sawyer Sherman, steps back. Over to Kurt Burleson. Steps back. He'll try three. Back iron, no. Good. Rebound, Robertson.
He's got a pretty shot for a big guy, don't he?
Aaron down low to Tidwell. Picks up his dribble, kicks out to Reynolds. Now to Aaron. And Aaron will bring it back out. Lobs it for Reynolds, who comes to its rescue. Kicks out to Seymour. Now over to Tidwell, and Loretto content with milking some clock here.
So it makes me think that Burleson's just a strained calf or something.
And now a 3-second call here against Loretto, their 15th turnover.
That's probably the fifth one that's called in this game.
Yeah, and well, that was one. Jackson kind of just sat down in the paint and just hung out there for a minute. So,
if you're an official, let me ask you this: do you tell a player, "Hey,
stop doing it"? Yeah,
get out of the lane.
I've heard guys at the college level do it. I hear it a lot from guys at the college level. As Grayson tries a three, that misses.
Well, he don't have his legs.
He don't have his legs.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna be able to shoot from his deep.
I mean, that's one that.
Hockey subs coming in right here for Summertown. They just hit three up there.
Now Grayson's going to come right back out.
Yeah.
He's not 100%. And look, this game is out of reach. It's 14 points.
It's a minute and a half. Yeah, just
put him on the bench and get him ready because you don't need to further any injury.
And the thing is you drop this one. You don't want to have him hurt and drop one to Lewis County or Mount Pleasant.
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean,
because it can happen. Those teams can sneak up on you.
Yeah. Tidwell across the court over to Seymour. Minute 40 left.
You just want to live to fight another day at this point.
Because you remember last year, Summertown got beat by Loretto in the district semifinals, not championship.
Yep.
Tidwell over to Reynolds. Well, Giles County was.
Yeah, Giles County was the one seed.
Yeah,
that was a little different.
Yeah, they made it to the state semifinals.
Yes,
pretty
they
good
did.
team.
They're a pretty good team.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
Still here by
he's fast.
Bryant. Ty drives, layup up, no, and a rebound by Jackson Robertson.
They're not stopping playing. Here comes
Bowie. Layup up in, and he is fouled.
Corbin looks like he got hit in the face or poked in the eye or something. He's down there rubbing it pretty good, so not sure if he's going to be in the game much longer. He sends Wilkerson up to the table.
Well, if you're Coach Tips, you're in the same boat. You just
get your guys out.
Get them out. I mean, it's
16 with a minute.
You're not losing. It's out of reach at this point.
Bowie here for the M1. Hits it. He's got 13. Leads out the 17.
I get it. You want to keep if they got their studs in, you want to keep yours in. There's a lot of different philosophies on how to handle that.
Bennett gets the inbound over to Howe. Back to Bennett. Over to Sherman. Lobs it over to Sawyer. Sherman over the timeline. They'll bring it out here the corner over to Bennett. Bennett, runner up and in.
That's such a good move.
Now West Long with a timeout, and we'll just keep it here for the time being.
Right. The Moore County coach calling a timeout with 10 seconds just so he can chew out the official.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. I love it. I mean, you just had to tip your hat to something like that.
Yeah.
Like, good job. Unless, of course, you're hungry like me and you're just ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
And you're
So, that Twix bar I came up here with at halftime has been my supper for the night.
Well, yeah, you're a college kid. You got a
I
lot of room.
I would say
you got a lot of room left in that.
I'm used to going 12, 14 hours without a meal, so I can.
We just need a cookout around here, something
We
that's
can-
open.
You like? I hate cookout.
I love cookout.
I think they're
You
terrible.
get so much food for like $8.
Yeah,
They're terrible.
For somebody who, the majority of my career, I get off at 11:30 or midnight.
Cookout
was
is
a
amazing.
savior
Well, see,
in so
Taco
many
Bell.
ways.
You notice the places that say they open late don't actually open late?
That is.
Stop that. Just stop it. Just stop calling it.
It's a 15-point game and 40 seconds left.
Well, I mean, if you foul, you foul. You got to call that.
But that
That's
was
not a foul.
touchy.
You could, if you watch high school basketball at every level,
everybody does it.
You can get a push off on pretty much every play.
40 seconds left. Leighton Sherman for three. That misses. And comes up with his own rebound. Now over to Kurt Burleson. Shot up and in.
Man, that's so good.
Finally in double figures now with 10. Hey, props to Mason Tidwell. He has guarded two of the better players in the county this year, and T.J. Gobble and Kurt Burleson, and held T.J. Gobble to 8 here, held Kurt Burleson to 10. I mean, he's a heck of a defensive player. Oh, and he had 20 points tonight.
Well, Kurt was in foul trouble. First quarter, didn't play a lot of it.
He didn't foul again, though.
No, he didn't. And that's a credit to him.
Yeah.
Because he's not played any less hard. I mean, that's no doubt. He's gotten there and battled.
Final score.
I hope Grace is okay. I mean, the way he's hobbling around, it does. I don't care if it's a strain or not. Those are hard to come over.
Final score: Loretto defeats Summertown 72-52. They improve to 12-5 overall, 1-0 in the district. Summertown drops to 16-5 overall, 0-1 within the district. Guys, what are your final thoughts here on this boys contest?
It just didn't go Summertown's way from the very beginning. It just straight out of the gate.
Yeah.
We've all been a part of those games, and we've called those games. Yeah. You can just see a team that their game plan just from the get-go didn't happen. You saw it in flashes come about, but there would always be something derailing, a turnover, offensive foul. They just never could get into a rhythm.
Man, for the Mustangs, it is so happy to have Mason Tidwell back.
Yeah,
you got 20 points from a great defensive performance. You got some help from Jaden Aaron and Hayden Butcham off the bench, but your starters put in some absolute work tonight. You got 20 from Mason, 13 from Corbin and Bowie, 10 from Quint, 9 from Jackson. I mean, it's a good way to start district play, and it feels even sweeter to get that win over Summertown.
Well, at the same time, if you're Loretto, Coach Tips, you got to be looking at the fact, okay, we just come off 2 games in a row that were pretty bad. Pretty stinkers. Yeah. We needed a response, and they got it.
I think tonight was a response.
They did. They responded well to it.
And hey, Cam, something you said was talking about how Loretto was going to come out of that third quarter. They were up 6. It got to 4 early in the third quarter, but after that they never looked back.
Yep. They didn't.
Next game for Loretto will be at Lewis County on Tuesday.
Hopefully.
Summertown will host Mount Pleasant.
We got the monsoon, the blizzard coming in.
Yeah. Summertown will host Mount Pleasant on Tuesday as well. Our next X-Sports broadcast, wasn't expecting this, will be Lawrence County hosting Franklin County tomorrow night. I'll be on the call on that one on the X-Sports Network. So for Cam Mashburn, for Michael Marks, for our producer extraordinaire, not Crash, Kevin Wright, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.